Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching my videos and for subscribing and for commenting and all the feedback. If you guys have any suggestions on future INFJ videos, something that you're wondering about, let me know. I'm not an expert, but I'll just give you my opinion and perhaps it'll make you laugh or it'll make you think, and that's all that we all want to do, right? We want to learn, we want to gather data as INFJs. In this video, I want to explain to you something about that I think is very important for INFJs. I think it's one of our gifts or talents, something useful that we could use in the entirety of our life. INFJs can always, in my opinion, again, this is all my opinion, I can always tell, an INFJ can always tell, when someone around me is fighting. I can always tell, guys. It's like the weirdest thing on this planet. I don't know why we've been given this random gift. I know there's some purpose to it. I'm gonna kind of think about it as time goes on, and I'll do a video about it. But I really think there is a purpose to it. What happens? Okay, for example, a few days ago I was at a food court, right? I'm sitting and I'm just having my meal. I'm like in my head. I'm thinking to myself about something probably really stupid. Anime or food or something really weird, because that's what I spend a lot of my time doing, is thinking about the most randomest of things. So I'm sitting there and I'm munching on some tofu and some rice and spring rolls, something weird like that, right? A random convoluted mixture of food, because that's what I have a weird taste sense as well. Anyways, so I'm eating that, and it's a food court, so there's a bunch of people around me. I'm not paying attention to any of them because I really want to just eat and go, because there's so many people around, so much energy, so much madness. I just wanna be my introverted shell. But weirdly enough, or unfortunately enough, or fortunately enough, however you want to look at it, we have this talent. I have this talent. INFJs have this talent where we can figure out the emotions of people around us very, very rapidly, especially if they're very intense emotions, right? So without even paying attention, I realized very quickly that a couple near me were fighting. Now they were fighting in a public place, so they were doing it in a very subtle way. They weren't really yelling at each other, obviously. They were just talking to each other, but I could tell from their body language as soon as I looked up at them, because I could feel before, like, I feel like something's weird's going on, some negative energy coming at me. I was looking down, eating, I was like, something's weird, something's odd around me, what's going on? And so I look up, I look around to see what's going on, and I see a couple right there, right there, to the side of me, and instantaneously I'm like, they're fighting. They're fighting. I know that they're fighting. I didn't even need to like look further in order to know that they're fighting. And then the more I looked at them, the more I saw their body language. They were speaking to each other, their muffled tones or whatever it might be, the energy that was kind of coursing towards me. I knew instantaneously that they were fighting. And it was a very serious fight because they were looking at each other really seriously. Now, I don't like it when I fought with other people or fought with my ex and people would look at us, so I did not look at them again. Obviously, I wanted to give them their space. Although I was really thinking to them, like, why don't you just go home and fight over there, like, argue over there, because really being out in public is really not helping the situation, right? Or maybe it is, who knows? So I ignore that because I'm like, I don't want to deal with that negative energy. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to help them. Nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to send them any positive energy. There's nothing I can do here. I'm just going to finish my meal quickly. And I really hastened up the pace at that point. I was like, well, let me just eat quickly and get out of here because I really don't want to deal with that negative energy, right? But then I started thinking about it as I was walking out of there and I was walking home from there. How is it? How are we able to do this? How are we able to gauge such intense emotions without even actually looking? I had no idea. I didn't even look up, guys. I didn't even look up, and I knew there was something intense going on around me. And then I looked up, and instantaneously, boom, I knew that they were fighting. Of course, it's micro expressions and our intuition, and we are able to pick up so much more information through our subconscious. And we have such a close connection to our intuition, so that helps a lot. But I'm always surprised. I'm always surprised by how powerful this sense of ours can be. I'm always surprised by it. I'm thinking to myself, this must be wrong. It has to be wrong. And then it's proven right over and over and over again. And I realized, okay, it is right. It is right. Every single time I now want to believe that it must be wrong. I mean, I can't already know what's going on. I know it's the truth because I've already figured it out at the subconscious level, at a gut level. And I'm just kind of consciously becoming aware of it, right? Now, I think it's a trait that we have not to obviously figure out if someone's fighting or something like that. But that's the reason people call us a counselor, right? Because we can gauge intense emotions and we can be the objective observer behind the person. So the person comes up to us or is around us and is having an intense emotional experience. Perhaps they just broke up with someone, they're crying and they're just like heartbroken, or they're anorexic and they hate themselves and they're really going through an episode of really hating themselves, whatever it might be. There's so many different emotions out there. And I think our gift as INFJs, and I'm always looking for the gift in everything that the universe gives us, right? There is a reason, evolutionary wise as well, like by evolution, Mother Nature doesn't create something unless there's a necessity for it, right? We sleep because there's a necessity for it. We have eyes because there's a necessity for it. We have two legs and two arms and one mouth because there's a necessity. I mean, we were built the way we were built because there's a very good reason for it. Mother Nature did it over millions of years. So the fact that we have this skill, this intuition, this really powerful intuition at our disposal, there is a reason for it, guys. There is a reason that Mother Nature built us this way. And so I'm always kind of trying to understand in my own mind, why? What is this natural gift about? Like, why do we have this gift? What is the point of it? How can we use it in order to enhance this world? Now, I'm using my gift as an intuitive person to create these videos and to help INFJs further, right? Understand themselves better, blah, blah, blah. And I use my intuitive gift as a healer in the other work that I do in my other businesses and other work, right? And so I'm always using it in different ways. But figuring out intense emotions, even though it can be sometimes dangerous for us because there's all this negative emotion around us and it can really affect us because we're an empath, it can also be a gift from us to other people. So we can stay around them as an objective observer and tell them, you know, you should really be looking at it this way because this is how it turned out to be. For example, recently I was approached by a stranger who turned out to be anorexic and has a lot of issues with her self-esteem and is suicidal and all that stuff, right? A lot too much for me to handle for sure because I'm not a therapist trained to deal with this stuff, right? I recommended her to someone else who is trained to deal with anorexia and things like that. But in the meantime, I was there for her and I was able to tell her certain things that I thought, from my objective point of view, were what she needed to listen to. Now, again, we're not absolutely right every single time. And so I don't know if I helped her or not. A lot of times that's my thing for myself. Did I help this person? I don't know if I did. It's always my conundrum with myself. I want to help, but a lot of times I feel like I haven't helped, even though that person usually ends up saying that they were helped by me. But in the moment, I'm always kind of doubting myself. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I'd help them. I don't know why they're coming to me. Please don't come to me. You know, all that stuff goes through my head. Now I'm trying to more think of it, okay, use your gift, Shak. I always tell myself, use your gift. Use your intuition as a gift. Do not be afraid of it. Do not push it away. Do not, pull it towards you, whatever. Do not just be afraid of it. Use it. Use it as a gift as much as possible because it's practice as well, guys. The more we use our gift, this gift that we have of intuition, of sensing negative, intense emotions, of sensing other things, the more we use it, the better we become at using it, right? It's all about practice. And so the more I use my intuition, the more powerful it becomes. And at a point where I'm thinking to myself, I know so much about so many people around me without them saying a single word. Intense and crazy. Recently I was at the airport. I was coming back from Toronto to Chiang Mai, and I was at Kunming Airport as a layover. I'm sitting there, I'm doing my work, I'm typing away, I'm writing a post, and I'm a writer, if you guys didn't know that, and science fiction, by the way. And so I'm sitting there, I'm not even paying attention to anything that's going on around me, guys. Like, I'm literally in the zone, right? And suddenly, boom, as if like a lightning hit me, I looked up, I'm like, there's something going on around me and I need to get out of here as soon as possible. And I started putting my stuff away because I trust my intuition so much now. But I wasn't fast enough, and there was this couple right next to me, and this man was mentally and physically abusing this woman. And as soon as I finished packing, obviously I went and looked for someone who could help because he was dangerous, and I was afraid for the woman's life. But I could see that the woman had been dealing with this for a long period of time. I felt sad for her, obviously. But, that's how it is in this world, unfortunately. I found a cop or a security guard, and he came over and he asked the man to stop yelling and hitting the woman. And everyone else was just sitting and staring. But because I knew so quickly that this was a possibility, I was able to pack up really quickly and then move and get help, right? So our intuition is actually a gift. Perhaps you'll be sitting next to someone and you're gonna know instantly, oh my God, I think someone's ill around me. I have to do something about it, right? And perhaps someone's gonna have a seizure right next to you soon. If you trust your gut and call a doctor right away, then they can be saved better, or their life can be, or something harmful can be prevented faster. This is a quick example. Of course, this woman is in a relationship with this man, and it seems like she's been in this relationship for a long time. You know how abuse victims are. They love their abusers, and they're with them for a long time. So I don't know if I actually made a difference. Probably not. But I did what I did from my own end. I did the best I could. That's all you can really do. And I used my gift of intuition. I trusted it. I listened to her when she was saying there's danger around you and be careful. Because if I had stepped in myself, perhaps he would have hit me and I would have been in danger. If I brought in a security guard, there's more of a possibility of him stopping. Weirdly enough, unfortunately enough, he was in the plane with me. So he was yelling at her the whole time. It was only a couple of hours. It was a very short plane ride, 2 hours long, I think. But he was yelling at her the whole time. And every single time he would yell at her, the flight attendants would come by and say, okay, you have to stop doing that, otherwise we're going to have to arrest you. And he wouldn't listen. He had so much anger inside of me. Every single time he did that, my heart squeezed. I was so scared. Not for myself, but for her, for his wife, who had to deal with this her entire life. Oh my God, I could feel the pain inside of her. And that in itself, again, is an empathic nature of ours. We feel so much. Anyways, so I wanted to let you guys know, try to use this as a gift, and try to be, when you're aware of all these random situations, try to use your gift in order to enhance the situation as much as possible. But realize there's only a limit up to which you can help, and it's always better to recommend professional help as much as possible if that person really needs it, right? And then push it off to a professional because they know better. They know how to deal with all these random. They've been there more than you probably have been. Okay. I hope this makes sense to you guys. I have been rambling on for the last, 10 minutes, so I'm sure you're sick of it. So I'm going to say goodbye right now. I hope that you guys have an amazing day wherever you are, and thank you so much for listening, for watching. Give me any feedback that you guys have, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.